Okay, we'll see how long we can keep this video, or how short you can keep this video. So it's like my only work area in my basement. The rest of the basement is here. Shelves of my studio, shelves of my workspace, cabinets that are going to get used for the new workspace, a laundry area that's not there yet. Yeah, so, that's the future Steve stuff. Right now, Steve has to deal with this because life has happened to both Dan and I, and we're rolling with shit. See, that's how upset I am. I just cursed. Do I beep that out? I don't know. Does Facebook care if you swear? I'm a grown adult. I can curse if I wanna. All right, so this is my workspace. This mold here is this guy. It's the Guilty Baby Dragons. They have probably about 60 plus castings now in various colors. I'm trying to figure out what other colors I need. That's what this mold is. Mold far back is the Sleeping Baby Dragon. I have boxes and boxes of those from a little while ago, probably 2 years now, because storms canceled a gig. Then the one I'm going to be doing tonight is the Lazy Baby Dragon, which is the one I've posted about. He sleeps upon Guilty. He's lazy. He also gets eyeballs like the like this guy. Anyway, so oops. Problem with this is that I only have this one mold. It's 2-part mold, and hope I didn't crack that. Doesn't look like I did. Looks like I can still use it. It's 2-part mold, so I can do one at a time. Another problem is right now this basement has got to have a dehumidifier running in it often. Sorry, I don't know if that was on camera or not. That makes this basement like 80 degrees. I'm used to, like a 70-degree basement, and that's actually what most residents want, like low 70s. I think 73 is about the temp that the stuff I primarily use is. More of my process. I don't like to waste, so I reuse. Eventually this will get brittle and probably crack and break, just from how many times it gets heated up by the epoxy curing in it. I'm using Smooth-On 326. Has a work time of about 10 minutes, they say. Cure time of about an hour. I know my dragon mold is like about 2.5 ounces of resin. So what I do is I pour a total of 4 ounces, 2 of each, A and B. Then I do the leftovers. I'm doing the leftovers in this. So this is getting like a really tiny amount of resin poured in it every time. It's going to be a really weird casting. It's going to have a whole bunch of different layers. I'm going to do a dark green dragon this time. We got to open up this one though and check out our casting. And then close it back up and do another casting. And then in an hour I'll come back down here and do another casting. So here we go. This was an experiment. I forgot what the heck I did. I think I used a little bit of this metallic inside of a bright orange. So I got this really pow orange, and I used a little bit of copper in it. So created a strange little color mix here. Get them taken out. Let's see here. So these are all little air vents, so I have to pop out. My plan is this weekend, I think, I'm going to try and make another one of these molds. And let's pop this guy out. And when I make the second mold, I'm going to try and do it a little differently. Gotta go pick that up before I walk on it. Go sliding across the floor like a cartoon character. So there we go. Basically what happens, I got a Dremel mold line. There's a little bit of a Dremel spot right here I gotta do. Dremel the mold lines. This guy got a couple of air bubbles that I usually don't get, which is kind of weird, but we'll Dremel that a little bit and retexture it. And this orange, I think I'm going to stop using. It doesn't dissolve properly, but actually that might actually look pretty, might look pretty interesting when I do the wash on it after it's all cleaned up. So now we take this, put it back together, clean this vent line here. It's got orange in it still. There. Vent line cleaned. We got a little bit of resin here. Looks good. Famous last words. Looks good. That should work. Put our rubber bands to hold our mold back together. And we'll use these guys in the middle. There we go. Now I have this marked. There's like a little V here that I cut out the silicone. I need to pour it at an angle so the resin will fill in to the horns. The horns are in the front here. So if I don't have this mold at an angle when I pour it, the horns will have like giant air bubbles. This stops the air bubbles from coming in and filling in there. So let's do dark green. I'm not sure if I've done a dark green Lazy Baby Dragon yet. So dark green it is. And I use mica powders on these now. That was way too much. That's what I usually use for when I do a whole set. So we got A in there. Gonna pour 2 ounces of part B. And since this has that 10-minute cure time, I don't have to be as crazy in a hurry. I usually like to use the fast cure because then that means like every 10 minutes I can be kicking things out of molds and making another one. It cures in about 3 minutes and then it's ready to pop out of the mold in about 10. This is about a 10-minute work time before this will start hardening up. And about an hour I can take it out. Usually stir for about 30 seconds. With it being hot down here, 80 degrees, that kicks off the 325 really quick. I do not have all the time I'm supposed to when it's 80 degrees. The 80 makes it cure a little quicker. But this stuff is a little more forgiving. So now I just pour it into my main spot. I can't talk and pour evidently. I might be able to talk nonsensically while I'm doing it. So I'll pour this in here until it comes pouring out of the very bottom air hole. Then I'll take a little pip and I will use that to make sure I push more resin in the mold and get rid of any kind of air pockets that might be there. Again, famous last word, should get rid of every last air bubble, but sometimes they can be tricky. All right, we should be coming close to it almost being filled. Yep, So I'm not sure how good of a view you get there, but you can kind of see how it started to come out of here. It's also, if I squeeze this, kind of see it coming out of that little spout hole, which I had to drill. Now I'll just make sure these two holes have got resin going all the way down to the tail. This is the very tip of the tail right here. And you should see that rise a little bit as I squeeze some more in. And it also came out of the side mold there, so looks like it's pretty good. Too much pressure. Yeah, looks good. Can use this and scrape that off. And we're gonna use this bit and squeeze this green into here. Now I've been kind of pouring it up the side, hoping that it kind of creates a little bit of a fade. Not sure if it's really doing that. I'll see what these things look like when I get them out of here. I think now that I'm at the stage I'm in, I'm not going to be able to fill all 5 of these up, but we shall see. I just want enough that it's going to create like a little bit of a transition line. The wings are covered on the top of that figure. So right now I'm kind of trying to get the tail and the hands to have a little bit of it, this darker green. I'll be sure and post photos when I pull these buggers out. They're probably not going to be done until maybe tomorrow night. Is when I'll get enough resin in these guys to pour them out. I guess I had enough to kind of do what I wanted to do. I'm kind of just using the pip to brush the resin up on the sides a little bit, because then it'll stick a little to the side and hopefully make a fade. Alright, don't have much left. This is starting to cure a little bit, so it's pouring a little slow. That's it. We are done. An hour later, we'll see if we have more. We'll see if I come back down tonight and do another color. Facebook recorded live, but not live. Completed. Good night.